Goosebump.
Well, there's the forehand drop shot.
15 all.
It's a good finisher because his first volley is normally very deep. So that softens up the front of the court for that kind of play.
His volleying has been exceptional. I mean, the length on it, he's been putting it on the baseline time and time again. There's a couple more doubles being thrown in here by Sampras at the moment. I do think that's because of the pressure that Safin exerts on you when you look down the other end of the court and you wonder where you want to put this second serve.
I tell you, Sampras got a little lucky there, didn't he? I mean, that forehand was looking good. Down the line return. Just clipped the tape and it popped up. It gave Sampras something easy. And the first sign of frustration from the Russian.
And another sign.
15.
A lot slower that second serve, had a lot more spin on it. Safin didn't adjust.
Yeah, that was a slow one. It was almost like a knuckleball. It just didn't come into the Safin forehand. Really crossed him up.
Game, Sampras.
Comfortable hold for Sampras. This is the 8th time he's got to the semi-finals at the US Open. He's gone on further in 4 times. He's not a bad record in 13 attempts. A model of consistency. Safin, 4-all.
15 love.
And that's Marit's sister, Dinara Safina. Good junior. Just a little bit too passive there from Sampras.
30-15.
Wielander, the last man under the age of 21 to win more than 7 titles in a season, like Safin did last year. That's where the respect comes from.
Well, that return looked a little bit tired, a little bit lazy.
Too good from Safin. Not a bad drop shot by Sampras. Plenty of backspin on it. The Russian is such a powerful mover. He made the ground easily. And a nice little flick cross court. Sampras will come out and serve to stay in this second set.
Safin leads 5 games to 4.
There's no reason for you to be left behind. Sayat, discover the secret.
As I went down to the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down in the valley to pray.
A highly competitive second set. No one giving an inch. Safin's been the one with a couple of break points. Sampras saved them. Sampras will come out here and serve to stay in this second set. The quality of tennis has been remarkable. Sampras's winners to unforced errors is a ratio of 2-1, and Safin has 20 winners just to 5 unforced errors. He can't be disappointed. They've been playing an hour exactly.
Lock 15.
Doubles faults are hurting him in terms of the fact that he's allowing Safin to get into his service games with a cheap point.
15 all.
And here's a look at that angle off the drop shot, and watch his right foot. Just slips out of underneath the umpire's chair. I'll tell you, he was well on the other side of the court almost to track that one down. When I think back to last year's final, I really felt like Safin was returning unbelievably well last year, and I don't see that this year. I don't see him cranking as many winners. It just looks like Sampras is dominating more with his serve.
Oof. Certainly didn't miss by much. He's got him a couple of times with that forehand cross-court, Safin.
First, the return is short, but watch the big swing here. And again, he adds a little bit of topspin on that finish. And that gives it that roll cross court and dips down inside the sideline. I mean, that's a nasty drive.
Well, you look at where Sampras picks up the first volley. At times, you'd like to see him a little bit like Rafter, push himself a little harder to get in closer for the first volley. He's a good yard behind the service line. Again, another yard and a half inside. He probably would have been able to play that on the volley. He got caught on the half volley. And for the third time in this set, Safin has a break point. Only this time it's a set point.
Correction ball is good.
Oh, good overall from Wayne McEwen. It was very quick. Safin's not going to argue. 2 out of 3 break points Safin's had in this set. Sampras has saved with an ace. Tell you what, that may not have been the best overall. Do you think all the umpires have been told to be a little careful with that rule after what happened with Roddick?
So Bridget Wilson on the right, and on the left, that's Pete Sampras' sister, Stella. Stella is the women's tennis coach at the University of California, Los Angeles. And occasionally Stella lets her brother practice on the courts. Might as well let the world's best play occasionally on your courts. Well, Sampras has flirted with danger. He's dodged 3 break points. One of them a set point. It's 5 games all.
Hasn't got to grips with Safin's serve at all in this set, Sampras.
Here's another look at that serve.
And I think that's out.
Either way, that's not an overrulable call. Overrule states if it's a clear error. I just can't imagine the umpire seeing space between the line.
30-15.
The first impression was that it was in. Looking at that replay, Sampras got a little lucky.
40-15.
Hasn't looked to me very definite on what he wants to do on the second serve in the second set. Early on in the match, chip charging, hitting and coming in. Looks to be second guessing himself.
It's great use of the backhand chip. Literally corner to corner.
He gets a lot more juice on that chip as well than you give him credit for it. He really does fire through it. It's a heavy ball that you have to control. A little too careful from Sampras, and Safin holds. And he knows he's going to at least get to a tiebreaker.
Safin leads 6-5.
Well, Sampras is trying to do something else that no one else has done, and that's get by 3 former champions in consecutive matches. You know, he's beaten Rafter and Agassi, both 2-time champions. But it's never been done before. Agassi, Lendl, and Borg all beat former champions in 2 matches, but then ended up falling to the 3rd former champion. Agassi lost to Sampras after beating Edberg and Becker. Lendl lost to Edberg after beating Connors and Becker. And Borg, boy, lost a 4-setter to Jimmy Connors, and that was after he'd taken out Manuel Orantes and Ili Nastasi, both former champions there. So Sampras trying to sneak his way into more record books. There's Arthur Ashe Stadium, Flushing Meadows, New York, in the borough of Queens, one of 5 boroughs in New York.